Cheers folks, best of health. Good morning then folks, 21st century caveman here. Hope everybody's safe, hope everybody's well. And today we're talking about stools, stool samples, stool collection. We're talking about screening for bowel cancer. And just to give you some context as to why we're having this conversation today, about 4 weeks ago now, I celebrated my 58th birthday. And within a few days of that, I received a letter from the NHS advising me that because of my age, I was now eligible to participate in the NHS screening programme for bowel cancer. Now that did surprise me to receive the letter because look, I'm 58. I wouldn't have considered myself old enough really to be invited to participate in a programme like this. I thought it's for older people. So anyway, it would appear that initially the programme was available only to people between the ages of 60 and 74. But since that time, the age range has been expanded to include younger people between the ages of 50 and 59. And obviously that's where I fall into this category. And lo and behold, 2 or 3 days ago, I received one of those. Now, I'm not a medical person. I'm a normal member of the public, and I have a very modest YouTube channel, but because this is so important, I just thought I would shoot this video and just show you what I've been sent, explain why I've been sent it, and just have a chat with you about it really, because there's no reason why anybody should not participate in a programme like this if they get an invitation to do so. Let's face it, it could save your life. So if there is something there, then surely it makes sense to get it dealt with, treated as soon as possible. So anyway, I'm going to spin the camera around and I'm going to open up this box with you, and we'll take a little peek inside and see what it's all about, shall we? Just bear with me one moment. So there's a little box look, and there should be something very important inside here. So there's a letter there. So we have a covering letter. I'll obviously blank out the address and stuff like that. This is a bowel cancer screening kit. Got some instructions. So they're looking for tiny traces of blood which you can't see with a human eye, and if there is any blood, then it can mean that there's some abnormality in the bowel. It could be polyps or cancer. Now, it says also that around 2% of people using the kit may need further investigations, and basically it involves an examination of the large bowel, otherwise known as the colon. So once you've used the kit, then you've got to send it back as soon as possible. You don't want to spoil the sample, do you? And yeah, you'll get your results back within a couple of weeks. So 4 simple steps then. That's where it's got to go to. So that's your return envelope. So here then you have 4 very simple to understand steps. So step number 1 then, you've got to take this little container, little bottle, whatever you want to call it, and you've got to put the date on there. So that'll be today's date. And it says, use a container or layers of toilet paper to catch your poo. Do not let your poo touch the toilet water. With regard to collection methods, then I've got some other suggestions as well. Now, what else have you got to do then? So, twist cap to open the sample bottle. Straightforward, isn't it? Just twist that off. Collect a sample by scraping the stick along the poo until all other grooves are covered. That's obviously the stick in there, look. So we need to get some poo on there. We only need a little poo to test. Oh. Okay, then I was being a bit quick off the mark, weren't I? Please not add an extra. Okay. Anyway, look, so once you've got your sample of poo, put it in a little bottle, click the cap closed. Do not reopen it. I don't know why you'd want to. Please wash your hands after use. Fair dues. Make sure you've written the sample collection date on the bottle. Yeah, we'd have done that. That's step number one, wouldn't we? Put the sample bottle in the return envelope, supplied and sealed. Stick it in a mailbox. Fair enough. That all seems pretty straightforward, doesn't it? So when you got your sample then, you need to bang it in there, send it in the post, and within a couple of weeks you'll get a letter or some communication from them, hopefully telling everything's all right. Yeah, piece of cake. There we go, folks. That was no effort at all, was it? Take care. Best of health.